I just got home from work. It's October 23rd, Monday. As you can see, winter is now here. So, we're gonna come in here and we're gonna look here. I just got home from work. Room is at 25, oh, 22, 23 or so, right? I gotta pick up another laser gun and then I'll get another laser gun and I'll be able to show you the different temperatures on the stuff here too or whatever. But yeah, no, I just figured I'd come in. I gotta fire this sucker up and get some wood burning in there. So I gotta chop some of this up here first, right? Your kindling, and then I put a little bit of paper down there, and then we'll light a fire, and I'll show you in there, and it goes through there. Heat that bench up there. Here. As you can see here, what's really neat about it is once this gets hot, and the flame goes down the tube, it burns that way. Might need to get some better kindling on there, some better pieces of paper. The venting's sucking pretty good, so the flame isn't getting much, but it's starting. Oh, my finger's in the way here. See? That's like a little access panel I got over here on this side where I can slide the brick in. And that closes the air off on that side, then it pulls the air down from up here. And so the smoke goes out that way. And once it's all hot in there, it just keeps sucking continuously outside. But yeah, that's the Rocket Mass heater getting fired up. I think it's like -5, expected to be -15 by tonight. So I figure I better get some heat going on this. And here, I'll show you there. Now that we got some wood in there stacked up, see how the fire doesn't burn up, it burns off to the side. See, the fire's, it's not burning at us, it's going down the little thing here. I'll show you. See? The fire burns sideways instead of up. And it goes down to the back there. You see at the back, it goes burns sideways and into that back, and then it goes up like a chimney up the barrel. Up the barrel, the chimney stops about here, and then it stops there about here, and then the smoke comes over and down another backside here that's closed off, and it goes into the vent, and the vent pipes here. See, and then it goes in across here into the vent pipe and down through the cob, which is all just clay and sand and stuff, right? And then we warm that up. I got some heat kinetic fans here, and that usually tells me when I get it hot enough. I don't let the barrel get super hot. The barrel, I think I keep it at around the 100-degree mark, and it seems to heat up in here pretty good. This is 100 degrees. By the time it's leaving the back of this, it's cooled down to almost like 30. So it's a lot of the energy from the fire gets trapped inside the cob. So this works really well. Other than the fact I got to be out here and always chopping the wood and burning the wood. But thought I'd jump on here and show you guys the Rocket Mass, the fire burning in the Rocket Mass, and explain that a little bit as that goes across a big burn, and then up the barrel, and then across, and then down, and then into the pipe, and then across the bench, all the way across the room and out the other side. So, but yeah, this is a short little video. The Rocket Mass getting lit for the first time, but yeah, the fire burning sideways. See, the fire doesn't burn up, it burns sideways and then to the back pipe. So pretty neat, man. It works pretty good. And most of the time we just get source lumber, like even just pallets and old 2x4s from job sites and stuff. So the material I get for it relatively cheap or free. But yeah, showing you guys that. Okay. Good day to everyone. As you can see, today is October 24th, and the snow is here. It is cold today. I think it's -10 right now in the morning. So what that means is in our fish garage, which is detached from the house is over there, and then the garage is across the yard, we have to get in here and light our rocket mass stove. Because, as you know, I don't have a furnace in here, and we got to help keep the room warm, not just with the tanks heating, the heaters in the tanks. We don't want just that heating the room. It's going to get too cold, and these tanks will end up breaking on us, I think. So that's why I built the rocket mass heater. And now that the year is finally here, or the time of year that's here, finally we gotta get this sucker lit up and get it going here. Yeah, so I'll get this lit and show you guys here and get all these lights all turned on. Get over here. Where are we at now? We're at 23, 22 degrees in here. It's -10 outside. Add some more water to the tilapia tank. You can hear it. Hear that sound? That's how I know the water's low in the tilapia tank, and we got to fix all these beds because I'm dripping water and I'm leaking water out of my system. So that'll be a build we will be doing here shortly. As you guys seen in the last video, if you did watch the last video, which I apologize for the super long video last time, it just that way I was rounding off the whole room to basically where we're at right now. So if you watched it, thank you. If you didn't watch it, I don't blame you. It's 2 hours of YouTube. So I will be going through things in smaller skits over time. So you will get everything in time, but I just thought I'd put a big long one on there so you know you can sort of see where the room's at right to where it is today. But yeah, I'm in here now, Tuesday morning, snow on the ground outside, and we got to get our rocket mass stove started up here. So I'll show you guys what I do there. I'm not sure where we're gonna put this over here, I guess. So basically every morning and every night from now on until the summer comes back, I gotta come out here and chop up a bunch of wood for the rocket mass heater. The smaller I chop it, the faster it burns. The faster it burns, the hotter it burns. that's the less wood that I have to actually put in here to get it hot. So it's a lot of labor. I got to chop the pieces down into smaller pieces that we can burn at a higher rate of speed, so we can get more heat into our rocket mass. Most of these 2x4s and stuff, some of them got nails and stuff in there. I do source a lot of this material from job sites and stuff, leftover boards and 2x4s from work. And then I do get, I do bring in a load of wood every now and then for the logs and stuff like that. A lot of the times it's just leftover 2x4s, and we just gotta chop it up into smaller pieces like that. So like I said, we can burn it at a higher rate of speed, so it's hotter. Yeah, we gotta chop it up like that. Get ourselves our kindling, which is smaller pieces of wood that light easier. Split up some of this stuff here into smaller pieces. Make it easier to light. Yeah, this is now added to the list of things I got to do out here in the fish room to keep all the little fishies alive. I got to come out here, I get out here in the morning before I go to work, and then as soon as I get home from work, I usually run out here and I start the fire, so that way it's burning while I'm eating dinner, and I get a good shot of heat back into the mass before I go to bed overnight. As you can see here, I got a brick in the bottom that I use for access in the front here. I do only add all the wood into the top, but I use this to clean out, and it makes it easier to light it too, or whatever, on the inside of there. I'll use some paper towel. Get that in there. Get a bunch of wood up on there. Light this sucker here. As you can see how the flame goes sideways? It doesn't go up. It's because the heat in the mass causes the draw of the air through the mass and outside to the cold. So you got the hot to the cold, which causes that transition on the heat. So that's what causes the draw through the rocket mass. Is the actual heat from the room to the cold outside, and then it transfers inside the pipe, and that causes the draw through the fire. Here, I'll jump you down here and we'll take a look. So now we got our fire in here, and as you can see, there's no smoke or nothing coming out the top. Yet he's got the bottom open. It's because, and then the fire, you see the fire? It's burning off to the side, and it burns straight down that burn chamber here, and it goes all the way to the back and up the back there. But see how the fire is burning sideways? It's not burning upwards. You see, you're gonna go up top here, and you're gonna see fire's burning sideways. It goes, yeah. it gets drawn out through the tube from the hot and cold transition. And that's what runs the rocket mass. Once you get it lit and it's warm, it just continuously sucks it up straight outside through the vent. Yeah, it's pretty neat. It's a pretty neat little contraption I put together. It is a little bit more labor intensive than just having a furnace that you can, you know, set your dial and walk away. But what fun is that when the fish room's a hobby room? This is just one more little thing I get to hobby out on. And of course, play with a little bit of fire. Who doesn't ever like playing with a little bit of fire? But yeah, that's the rocket mass stove. That's all lit up, right? And I usually put this block back in here, so then I get the majority of the draw from down here. See how the fire doesn't burn up and it burns off to the side. Super neat. So that goes through there and through here, and I've explained before. And it goes all the way, that bench. That bench right here goes all the way across the floor here. That's where the tube is for the fire. So that bench, we heat this bench up. We get this warm. The cold air goes through here, warms up through the bench, comes out the top. Causes a sort of like a forced air system off of my rocket mass heater, which goes across all the way across the garage to the far back room, right there and out there, and then it vents outside. But yeah, as you can see, we are full on winter now. Snow's all over the place. I'd like to put another sheet of plastic over top of this window, I'm thinking this year. Just the plants that get too close to the glass, they do get freezer burn. Like these guys here, that are right up against the glass, they will probably die on me. So I gotta pull them off and away from the glass. And that way they stay a little warmer. But just thought I'd show you guys a quick little video today on the rocket mass stove and lighting it in the winter. So thank you to everyone that did watch the 2-hour long video. I just was gonna put it into smaller videos, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do the 2-hour video. That way we sort of are, everything's where we're at right now in time. I'll like right now, today, the whole video's up, and now I feel like I can move forward and just focus on smaller videos on specific topics and specific projects that I'm going to be doing, instead of trying to jump all over the place and think about what I'm going to show you. I put it all in the 2-hour video. If you want to see it, go watch it. If not, I will be posting a lot more smaller, shorter videos of the fish room and stuff like that, and what I do in here. But that was just a short recap of the snow that we got. Winter's here. We are in Canada, so here we're pretty used to this stuff. And then yeah, that's outside. This is what started my whole fish room, because from now till, you know, April, May, sometimes we'll be like this so we got a few months stuck in the winter like this, and that's how I ended up choosing to build my little fish room secret jungle oasis, was to you know, be able to get away from the winter glooms. Come in here and turn my music on, do my water changes, burn my rocket mass heater. Oh, here, there's one more thing I forgot to mention, is I do have these heat-driven kinetic fans. So once the barrel gets hot enough, these little fans will turn on their own. No power needed. They're driven by the heat. that's generated in here, and then there's a little thing inside there, right here, that when it heats up, it creates electricity, and then it goes into the fan. One day, maybe I'd like to figure out some way I can maybe utilize this as a bigger source of electricity, as in these fans. That would be sort of neat. And I was also thinking maybe if I made a copper coil that wrapped this, and then I could run a sort of like a in-floor heat off of this as well, where I could have the coil on here and then run it on the floors and along the outside walls, and maybe it might help me keep it a little warmer in here too. But from last year to this year, all the work that we've put into the attic, fixing that up and dropping it down, is making a huge difference. It's way warmer in here than it was last year. Last year it was a lot more drafty, and it was colder. Like with the garage door, I still even have the garage door open, and it's not too cold in here. It's 24, 25 degrees. By the time I leave for work today, after burning the stove in here for a bit, it'll probably be closer to about the 30-degree mark in here. And then, of course, it's going to sit all day and slowly cool down. And then when I get home, I'll have to burn the wood again, burn some more wood again, and then we'll heat up the mass. But yeah, it burns pretty good once you get it going. And then it's a sideways fire. Instead of coming up at us, it's burning, like I said, down the chamber. But yeah, when you get her going, she burns real good. You got to stay on top of watching, putting the wood inside there and stuff too, because it burns out the wood real fast. Yeah, that's it. You just throw some wood in there. I got a little pole that I like to just take it and push it a little more to the front, like that, so it sort of stays more in the burn chamber. There you go. And there's a quick video of the rocket mass and stuff. And hope you guys all have a good day. Stay warm. For those who watched that 2-hour-long video, thank you very much. I will be making shorter, smaller videos from now on, I'm thinking. But yeah, all right. Well, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I will continue to try to put out better videos and stuff like that. Okay, thanks, guys. Have a good day. Talk to you later now. Bye. Yeah, we got a fair bit of snow. I'm just taking you around the other side of the house here so I can show you the vent, what I'm meaning is the vent outside. So I'm gonna come around the back, the side of my yard here. This here is where I put all my old plumbing and older tanks and old glass and stuff. It's like the graveyard, I call it. But this is the back side where the fire comes out. See the vents on the top there? It comes out the side here. And I do have an open bottom on there, so that way the moisture and stuff that builds up in this pipe can leak out onto the ground. But yeah, that's the view of the outside of the garage. Like I said, it is dug into the ground a bit, so it is only about 7 feet high off the ground here. And then you go inside and it's like 9.5 feet high, so it's sort of cool that it's sort of dropped in there. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you guys real quick. That's what it looks like, the little wood cabin, my garage, with the little smokestack out the top. And that's how I keep it hot in the winter. Because as you can see, we are now covered in snow and winter is here. And I just thought I'd come and show you the back side of my garage there, where the stack comes out. And yeah, this whole section here is like the graveyard of all the old plumbing parts and old tanks and old glass and stuff that I take apart for other projects and stuff. But just thought I'd show you guys real quick out here, the vent and stuff out back. So I'm gonna get back in here and chop some more wood. Okay.